Hi, my name is Jared Armshaw. I want to welcome you all here today. Today we're going to talk about homeschooling. According to 2012 PISA, Performance of International Students Assessment, the percentage of students scoring a 5 or above in reading literacy ranged from 25% in Shanghai, China, 21% in Singapore, and 8% in the United States. The fact that the United States scored an 8% is pathetic. This just illustrates how poorly our education system is preparing our students. This is why homeschooling is a viable alternative. I have experience both as a homeschooler and as a public school student, and I've done research on this topic. Having a proper education is extremely important, and it's up to you and or your parents to decide how you receive it. So today I'm going to talk to you about why you should choose to homeschool, and this will come in the form of how homeschooling works, the pros and the cons, and how it compares to the public school system. Parents choose to homeschool their children for many reasons. These reasons are religion, dislike of a public school system, and child safety. These are just a few of the reasons. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my experience as a homeschooler. My parents were both educators, so unfair advantage here. Like public school, I had math, science, English, art, and history, and I even went on academic field trips. This is a standard academics throughout homeschooling. Homeschooling comes in a variety of different styles. These styles range from online academies to just standardized boxed curriculum. Online academies consist of students going to an online classroom with an online instructor. And just to name a few of these academies, K-12, Bridgestone, and Forest Trail. However, there's another way. It comes in the form of the basic box curriculum. If you look here, you have your history, your math, and your English textbooks. Basic all around 7th grade curriculum. Now that we know a little bit of how homeschooling works, let's move on to the pros and cons. Homeschoolers have great benefits. One of these benefits is the parents are more involved. They get to control behavior and censor material. And who other than your parents cares more about your success in life? No one. Also, the family ties are stronger. This being so, children get to spend more time learning and playing with siblings, and it builds a greater bond between parents. And one of the greatest benefits is the flexibility of homeschooling. Homeschoolers can choose how, when, and what they learn. And it is attuned to the individual student, not a number, like in public school. However, there are some cons to homeschooling. One of these is loss of income. According to homeschoolers.com, one of the leading complaints is loss of income because a parent must stay home to educate the student. Another one is social interaction requires more effort on the parent's behalf. And my last con is quite humorous. According to Homeschooling for Success, on average, a homeschooler's household is messier due to the amount of time spent at home. Now that we know how homeschooling works, the benefits and the cons, let's talk about the benefits and the cons of public school. Public school has a variety of benefits. These come in the form of ease of social interaction, diversity of students, as well as learning to navigate a classroom is extremely useful skill to have. However, there is a darker side to public school system. Child safety is one of these. Since the Columbine shooting, there's been 31 school shootings, which makes public schools a dangerous place. Also, a parent cannot regulate who instructs their child, and sadly, there are bad teachers in the world. And probably one of the worst things about public schools is the emphasis on standardized tests, because they want their money from the government. And so they treat your child as a number and not as the individual person that they deserve to be. So we have talked about how homeschooling works, the pros and the cons, and how it outweighs anything the public school has to offer when compared. I would like to end with a little story. There's this high school who has not had a geometry teacher for one full semester, and they continue to have class. While a homeschooler is learning, experience, the love of knowledge, these public schoolers get to watch paint dry. I urge you to look into homeschooling when you seek to send your children or future children to school. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.